Restaurant punch.
Restaurant punch.
On my
Dick. Wait for it. Nary.
Word.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
How you doing?
Hola, George.
Hola.
Jorge.
Wait, how do you say hello in Greek?
Oh, I was going to say hola.
Yati?
But, yasu could be hello or goodbye.
All I heard is
Okay, so what's up, what's up, Yianni? We'll go there. What's up, Yianni? Liz. Oh, Liz.
Yes.
What's up, Pizzazz?
Love that shirt.
Do you?
Yeah,
like
I'm
color.
feeling it. You're not feeling it, huh?
Oh, I'm not a big color person.
It's popping.
I don't like to. I don't like the attention.
The shirt be popping. Shirt is popping. And then there's Matt Smith.
Yeah, I'm not popping. George, you don't think I'm popping?
Do you know how to toot that horn, honey, make it work? Pop, lock, and drop it? Anyway.
Okay, great. So yeah, we got that.
How's that going?
Restaurant Punk.
Save it for
What are we
Vegas.
doing? What do you guys want to talk about? We got something on our
I have
minds.
something.
What
You got
Liz?
something?
So when a man loves a
do.
woman.
Yeah.
No, okay. Go ahead, Liz. It's all you.
So how do you navigate when a guest interrupts you while you're with another guest?
Oh, like snapping finger? Like, hey.
Anything, calling out, just walking up as you're speaking to someone, and like that other person's not even there, and just starts talking to you and asks you questions.
That's a really
that's the most
great
important
question.
thing. Yeah.
True story. I was talking to a guest, and I had a guest call me on my cell phone while I was talking to the guest to
great.
get me their attention.
That was at the
That's funny, actually.
I was at the restaurant.
Yeah, I was at George's place.
So I'm at table 4. You're at table 10.
I'm talking to regulars, and another
George.
regular came over, was like, hey, I need to talk to you. And I said, I'll be right over, guys. Let me go.
Wow.
And then they called me, and I said, do me a favor. I have a new cell phone number. This is the number. And then I gave him Jenny's number.
The age of entitlement.
I mean, how do you approach this? I mean, it's tough. I mean,
I mean, when you say I'll be right with you, that should suffice. But it never does.
no, I mean,
right?
no, but see, like customers don't get it. So when the customers come in, they want to be the best person in the best house. They want to be loved,
catered to.
I want a grape in my mouth. I want a fan blowing on me.
Yeah, but they wouldn't like if the tables were turned.
But they don't know that.
My go-to thing is
think about it.
thank you for your patience. You're giving me your patience. You're so benevolent
God, you're so nice.
with your patience. Thank you for
He is
I
so
would
nice.
love to see you mean.
Have you seen him mean? I've seen that mean
I've seen him like blackout being mean,
in
but
the heat of the moment.
never to a customer yet.
I've never seen you. No, I actually, Matt Smith, kudos. I think you are phenomenal when it comes to your guests.
Lies. Nico's better.
Nico
He
is
wasn't
better.
saying I was the best.
He was. You said you were
Around.
the
I
I
best
didn't say he was
around.
the best. No, I
No,
said the
he
best.
said you were phenomenal, and I agree.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal is the best.
I think Nico and George are on another level. I think,
Me?
yeah.
George, when it comes
When it
to
comes
you
to
and me,
guests?
we're dynamic duo. You're all nothing but get that done, and I can schmooze.
Schmooze.
What the?
I think pertaining to Liz's question, I think schmoozing, I have a strong opinion on this topic. And my opinion would be your business, if we're using bars and restaurants, that's your house. All right. So when somebody walks into your house, are they interrupting you while you're talking to somebody else? No. No, they're not. Are they calling you from your living room while you're talking to your aunt? In other words, I'm trying to get to, you know what? Run your business, run your store, and let them know who's boss. Now, we could have a difference when it comes to this. Nico's not here right now, but I feel like Nico, I would watch him work years ago with another server. And the other server, I was in the kitchen. The other server was so nice, so happy to be with his guests and just, excuse me, ass kissing to the point to where you could almost tell it was fake if you had any common sense. And then Nico would treat his tables and he'd be standing up straight and he'd be just, there's something there when you're talking to somebody and you're like, you know what? Do they really love me or not? But he just held such a composure that, you know what? This is my restaurant. You will act a certain way in a loving kind of way, but there will be control. There will not be chaos.
I was serving at George's Place Cape May, and I've known Nico's for probably, I want to give or take 12 years. And we've had the same acquaintances and same friends. We've been out like at the bars together and like just knowing of each other. And when he approached us, come to work at George's Place, I said, yeah, I don't never heard that place, so I'm not going. And he told me what he makes in a week, and I said, when do I start?
Yeah.
So I never saw him work his magic. And then the one Sunday it was me, Nico, and his now wife, Kate. And I just move. I just go. I'm just like, I have the blinders on the horse and I'm just gonna take care of all my tables.
Did you black out?
I don't know. I don't black out.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
I did the other night.
Sensitive
That was fun.
subject.
And I said to myself, I said, what is this man doing? And he would literally, Richard Dawson, everybody, give him a kiss, hug him.
That was
And
it.
I'm like, how is he doing this? And I remember the one table, I was like 2 or 3 people, like little bit older, nothing crazy. He's like, yeah, nothing crazy. I just get a $45 tip on a $20. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. I'm like, how do you do it? He goes, dude, slow down, take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Excellent.
will love it.
Excellent.
I
So
said,
true.
okay. So how do I take his mindset with my mindset? It's called up, but I make it better. I mean, but when it comes to the guests, it's like sometimes, I guess now because I'm more into the restaurateur, I'm not as lenient now. I get a little more aggressive. Not aggressive like, yo, get the fuck out. I'm done with you. I'm more like, hey, I'll be right with you. I'll take care of you. I'll still hug and love you, whatever you need me to do. I'll shake babies and kiss hands, but just give me some time.
Yeah, Liz, I think there's a line that needs to be drawn in the sand to say, you know what? I think the cell phone call, I think that's a great example. What's the word when a guest feels like they're more than they are at your restaurant? Like they feel like they're part owners or they should get special treatment. Entitlement
I
is
know
the
the
word.
owner.
Cola,
It is,
I think.
Yeah.
Entitlement is the
Yeah.
word that we're looking for. And that's why I bring Nico up because, you know, I've
He's
never,
entitled?
I've never seen anybody run a f***ing room like that.
Oh,
And
he's
you know
a
what?
machine.
Yeah, but the pace.
You
the
can
pace.
steer the conversation.
But he's steering the room. The room
Yes.
is not steering
Yes.
him. And
Mhm.
that's the magic. That's what I love watching. So, you know, let's say you see somebody that works for you or works with you. Do you say to yourself, you know what? I wish it could be like this forever. No, have some fucking imagination and say, you know what? How do we work together moving forward forever? And I found that in my present tenure as a restaurateur, that's what we see a lot of. We see a lot of owners, some of you out there, that look at employees and say, you know what, I'm going to use them up till the end. And then when we're done, I'm going to walk away and they're going to walk away. But the difference as an owner is you usually walk away with something. And I've seen this happen a few times and it really bothered me. So when we talk about, you know, how we run our group all together, that's really it. So going back to what your initial question was, beautifully put, because like I said, I have strong feelings on that topic. Run your room. Don't let the room run you.
True, but you kind of have to do it a little gracefully.
There it is.
I mean,
Come on,
back
let us-
in the
let us
back in
go.
the day, I mean, I've told customers, "How'd you like it if the customer I was just waiting on did that to you?"
You would say that to them?
In the past, I have.
If
Now
you-
I just pretend like I don't notice. Now I just
You've grown.
yeah. Now that we're mature, I'm like,
You sound
oh,
mature.
Yeah, but how long have you been in the industry where you've done that? You know what I'm saying?
30 years. Almost 30.
Liz, I've
30
seen
years.
I've seen you before.
You've seen
You are definitely in the same class as Nikos. I can't do that. I can't do what you guys do.
you don't have the patience.
I do not have the patience. And I think starting a restaurant so young at 24, 25 years old, it was all stars. But then I started getting agitated. And I'm like, these customers, my guests,
They don't know.
no, they don't know.
No, that's where I'm at now. I don't. They just don't know. I just don't.
So
I know.
when Philip Seymour Hoffman walks into the restaurant and there's a 20-minute wait, and he looks at me and he says, how long's the wait? And I said, 20 minutes. He just stared at me like this. And he walked right out the door. Anne Hathaway runs and knocks on the door. I said, I'm sorry, Anne. We closed a couple minutes ago. She's like, okay, bye. I'm like, I got agitated because she didn't get upset. And
Because you wanted to fight.
yeah, I wanted her to
He
say,
loves
really?
to fight.
We know that.
I'm Anne Hathaway.
Right.
Please.
I like
But you know
Anne.
what? That was a beautiful thing. And there's been a couple instances with celebrities in the past where I actually enjoyed, because you know what? The people that are waiting in line are first.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And they're just like anybody else. And they appreciated it so much. But don't come in and say, you know what? I'm really important. I'm so important.
Mhm.
Kind of a big deal.
So going back to what I was saying about you working a room, you go above and beyond your guests. So when I refer to Nico just exceeded the guests' expectations.
Is it Nikos or Nico? I have.
Because you know what? I've seen on his social media, Nikolaos.
I'm sorry,
I'm like,
what?
That's when he's
Nico Laus.
he's uppity. That's when he's
Santa
uppity.
Claus?
Is that? Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
Nicolaus.
Is he the Greek
The
Santa
Greek
Claus?
Santa.
He's the Greek Claus.
I knew it.
I know it.
I call him Nico.
Nico.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
anyway,
yeah,
okay,
sorry, Liz.
okay.
That was
He
just-
does so well. There's two of them, Nikos.
Okay.
Opa.
Sorry, Liz.
I
Yes.
had actually something that I experienced one time, and it was just like the best experience ever. So I was in a store, and
Target.
I'm there a lot, but it was not there.
Okay.
Is it Target?
It was
Is it Target?
actually it was Joanna Fabrics, and this woman was helping this employee was helping a woman, and another woman walked up and just interrupted, and then I hear the customer who was currently being helped say, "Excuse me, she is helping me. When she's finished helping me, then she will help you."
Ooh.
And I'm like over the counter. Like,
You grabbed a ladder.
I was like, that's the best thing ever. Thank you so much. And then I'm like, one day I'm going to do that. I want to be that customer. Like, excuse me, you're being
There's
rude.
an etiquette.
But Liz, that's the beauty. When you own your own business, you could do whatever you want.
True.
And you know what? I never went to sleep at night saying, I never went to sleep at night thinking in my head, I probably shouldn't have yelled at that guest because you know what? They're never going to come back and they're going to go online and they're going to give me bad reviews. I actually went to bed and I was happy. But I made sure when I told that guest how I felt that they would think about me before they went to sleep and that they would tell all their friends.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at.
That's
Yeah.
exactly where I'm
Yeah.
at.
If you like, I've had like I actually kicked out of somebody from Shimon before, because they didn't understand how it worked and they were from upstate New York
remember,
and they were really rude and snooty about it. And by the end, I didn't let them pay the bill. I told they were with another couple. I told the gentleman and lady, I said, you have to go. You don't understand what we're doing here. You're paying $30 for 15 courses. Do me a favor and get the out. And he was baffled, but I didn't care. As they're walking out, I stood up. I shut the music off. I made a giant announcement to everybody. I said, this mother does not appreciate the food that I put out and doesn't like it. So what do we say to him? And everyone's like, get out. We broke a plate and it was a party after that.
And that's how it's done.
That's
True
how
story.
it's done.
You must have learned from the master.
Yeah, I've seen you kick out some.
You kicked the guy off a chair.
did?
If you look online,
He's done some stuff and I'm like, whoa.
we
But
could
he's never hurt anybody. He's never hurt anybody.
Not true. We could dedicate an
My heart.
episode to that. But I would say one of the best. I would say one of the best reviews I've ever gotten in my 20-year career. Yeah. I just looked at the title of the review and it said The Antichrist. And that was me. Because I wouldn't put her salad in a wrap.
Wow.
Restaurant punk. That's where we draw the line. Do not put salads in a wrap unless it's on the menu. So that's what I meant by running your room.
Yeah, of
Could you put the salad in the wrap?
course.
Yeah, I want you to take, it was a chicken Caesar salad. I want you to take that chicken Caesar salad and I want you to put it in a wrap and I want you to add olives and feta to it. Can you do that? And I'm like, no.
But this is the same guy that if you run out of a Bronzino, he go to the next fish market. If you're nice and humane and
Exactly.
graceful
Of course,
and
Matt
just
Smith.
yeah, you'd
Of
run across
course.
counties just to get them that bottle of
He's not that
wine
fast
they
when he
want.
runs.
Oh, I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, but people should
Oh,
be
you.
people would be surprised. Like they don't realize how much the delivery counts. How you come out someone is how what you get back. So you
Yes.
give it a certain way, you're going to get that back.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's where my earlier years, like being a server and whatnot, and being a GM, I was so nice. But now being a restaurateur and an owner, it's a little bit difficult now because you know what? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm trying to do this, this, and this, and this person wants their money, and this person wants this money, and this dishwasher's so drunk he can't stand up, and this server's so hungover. I'll get you a cup of coffee. Just give me 5 seconds. All right.
Yeah.
What's that story that you said someone relayed to you? And I don't recall this, but it definitely sounds like something I'd say. I was bartending. I was doing something, and there were guys in the corner screaming that they needed drinks. I stopped what I was doing. I walked over and I said, please don't speak to me that way. And walked away and they stopped. But it's running your room. Like you're
You
not going to
just
come
ran
at
your room.
Yeah, you're not going
Yes.
to come at me like that. I don't speak to you like that. Please do not speak to me like that.
And would you agree that there, let's say somebody was in your shoes, they wouldn't walk over and say it, or they'd walk over and say it, but not in a tone that demands respect. And that's why I said, watching you work, you demand respect. And that's all there is to it.
Does it matter when you're not off topic, but just like you're bartending and you're not super tall? Like, dude, But I know
In
you.
my mind,
I know you got spunk, pizzazz, everything else. Now, do people come at you a little differently because they think they can overpower you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So they'll come at me a certain way, thinking that they're just gonna bulldoze me, and then I give them their moments.
bulldog.
And I give them their moments, and then But I actually had a moment where I was working with Dan, many years ago, and he was just yep, talking to another customer, neglecting the other customers around. I wasn't working that section. I happened to walk over to get something out of the cooler that was where he was standing. The second I walked over there, the customer screamed at me. And I noticed they didn't scream at him. He's 6'4". They took it out on me. It didn't go over well, but the point is, like, people assume they're just going to bulldoze me. And I just...
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I'm not like just a kind of stereotypical kind of thing, like a short woman that's, like, I think it's easier to do, where it's like, where I'm a little bit bigger, not tough, no, I'm actually pretty tough.
You're pretty tough.
Yeah,
George.
you're right.
But I'm saying it's easier for me to, like, I could read the room, I can control a little better over a woman that's a little bit smaller or behind a bar saying, yeah.
I think that's just making an assumption. And once reality comes out, because sometimes in the industry, we have, what's that movie, Fight Club? Ed Norton meets Brad Pitt on the plane, and he called him a fast food friend. Like somebody you meet on a plane just for a minute, or somebody, maybe one of your guests at the restaurant. But it's just a short-term engagement unless they become regulars and you get, you see a relationship. So using Liz's example with Dan, who's 6'4", and then, they're like, we're going to blame you.
Pretty much, yeah.
But she's also a
Unacceptable.
But I've flown over bars plenty of time. Like, someone didn't give me enough money. Even if you short me $1, I've leaped over the bar.
Mighty Mouse.
And to cut people off at the pass. I'm like, where you going?
Yeah.
Give me more money.
Oh,
yeah, I've done it.
I'd like to see that. We'd all like to see that.
Can we have a fight between Matt Smith and Liz?
I don't think that's a fair fight.
Embarrass him like that.
Exactly. Why would you do that, George? I don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there, I think that was a great topic, because how do you navigate through that? I think we touched on reading a room. I think we touched on some examples, and
I think we touched Yianni.
more than once.
And Yanni's touched us.
Oh, good one, Matt Smith. Boop. Love you too. All right, guys, we're out. Let's take a break.
Restaurant
Punk. I'm Yianni.
George.
Liz.
Matt Smith.
Liz McBadass.
That's right.
Mighty
Deuces.